So when I was 12 years old, my sister had a Charles Mingus record called Mingus and I was obsessed with it, and I listened to nothing for a whole year. I went to sleep listening to that record because I wanted to absorb all the music, and I transcribed all the people on it. I moved to New York when I was 18 to study at the Manhattan School of Music, where I got my bachelor's and master's degrees in saxophone performance. And from there, I began my professional career. Spent a couple years in Los Angeles, but mostly have operated in New York City. And I've gotten to work with a lot of wonderful artists and compose and write for a lot of wonderful bands in the jazz world, in the classical world, in the popular music world, and the commercial music world. So I feel very fortunate to get to explore a lot of different genres and styles, and I think it's made my musical journey quite an adventure. I think it's really important to prepare students for their lives as professionals when they graduate. So I try to give them a really accurate portrayal of what the professional world is like. I have one foot in the professional world and one foot in the education world, and so I think I am in a good place to communicate, what the students need right now. I know what it's like to book a tour right out of college. I know what it's like to, work across different genres, to try to get gigs, and just make that transition in your life. A lot of students are making a transition, from high school into college, and we need to prepare them for that transition from college into the professional world. I think it's really important that they develop certain skills, and I like to create an environment of acceptance and support and excitement and passion, but also an environment of accountability, because I think that those things really go hand in hand when it comes to learning. So the jazz and commercial music students are going to be focusing on a number of skills. We have several ensembles, so each student who's a music major is in 2 ensembles. We have 2 jazz orchestras. We have a number of small groups, and the students can sometimes put those together if they like and play with their friends. And we also have a variety of different ensembles like the R&B ensemble, the experimental jazz ensemble, vocal rep ensemble, and kind of vocal jazz tet. And every year is different. We like to have a little bit of flexibility and adjust to the interests of our students. Our students work a lot with the students in the recording and production program, and so there's a lot of merging of interests there. And I think that's one of the exciting things about Lamont is the ability for our students to collaborate within the school in different departments. Our students here have a series of improv courses that are also very composition focused. Each student will be taking improv classes with our excellent faculty, and we also have composition classes. We have music theory classes. We have musicology and ethnomusicology classes. The students perform at least once per quarter, twice or 3 times even, depending on what ensembles they're in. So they get a lot of performance opportunities here. Outside of the school, we are working towards opportunities to kind of transition our students into the professional world. For example, this quarter, some of our ensembles will be performing at Muse, a local venue in town, and it will be a gig. They're getting paid. They're having the real experience. They're going to be bringing out their own audience, and we think that this will really help set them up for careers when they graduate. Denver is a beautiful and welcoming city, and it has a lot to offer jazz students. We've got a couple awesome venues in town, including Dazzle and Nocturne, and a number of jam sessions that students can go to kind of be involved in the music community. And as far as Lamont is concerned, we are located sharing a building with the Newman Center. And one of the benefits of that is the students get discounted tickets for anything they want to see. And the Newman Center brings in a lot of hotshot artists. And so the students we can bring in some of those artists for master classes to work with our students. Lamont has beautiful concert halls, beautiful rehearsal spaces. There are tons of practice rooms, and they're very fancy. You can adjust the reverb in the practice rooms. And there's also a recording studio here, and there are students who focus on recording, and those students and the students in the jazz and commercial music program love to collaborate. So if you have a recording project, you can just go to the recording studio with one of your friends who's in that department and record for free. It's awesome.